Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today I want to teach you this poem, The Trees, written by Andrew Rich. Here, poet describes deforestation. As we know that due to the industrialization, due to the urbanization, due to the business activities, people are cutting trees blindly. Here, poet describes in our forests there are no trees left. Only trees are left in the houses of people. And those trees which are planted in people's houses, they are trying to free themselves, get out of their restrictions and trying to go to the jungle, forest, where no trees left. Let us see what is his opinion and things which he wants to share with us. In this poem, the trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days. Poet says, trees which are part of our houses, they are trying to get out from the restriction, going to the forest which are empty these days, no trees left, where no birds could sit, no place for birds to sit, no insects can hide themselves, no sun bury its feet into the sun. You see, sun shines, beams of sun which falls on the trees, and beams one can see which fall on trees, and no sun bury its feet inside the forest that was empty all this night. There is no forest, no trees left, so you easily can understand where these birds, insects, even the light of sun. Here, beam of sun is described as a feet, which sun generally gives his light and falling on the tree, and this way beam shadow can be formed. Forest that was empty all this night will be full of trees by the morning. Poet imagines forests which are empty these days may be full by the morning when these all trees which plants which are planted inside people's houses. Here see, they are trying to distance themselves. Distance means trying to get separate, trying to free themselves from the area where these trees are planted inside houses. Distance themselves from these cracks in the veranda floor. Here, these leaves straight towards. Correct? If the trees roots, plants roots, trying to distance themselves, trying to separate themselves from the area where these all are planted. Even from the cracks, you see, you can understand easily, wherever these plants are planted inside the house, they are trying to get out themselves and to get freedom from that restriction. And leaves straight towards the glasses. Leaves which are trying to go pushing glasses of the house to get out from the house, And strain here, strain, one can tighten, means the tired, feeling suffocation inside house, willing to get freedom, and you see, trying to get herself out. Twigs are small branches of trees. These are very strict, big exertion, tired attempt. They are fully tired, trying to get out their self from these restrictions of house, and long cramped bugs suffering under the roof. These bugs, these trees, branches which are suffering, feeling suffocation, trying to get rid themselves from the restriction which they have inside the house. And Lord, see that bugs suffering under the roof, like newly discharged. These trees looks just like a patient who has discharged recently from a hospital, and you can understand the condition of a patient. They hardly can walk, go to their homes, struggling to put their feet on the floor. This be that discharged patient, comparing these all the things with a discharged patient who is weak one, not having enough energy to walk properly, struggling to walk, and half dashed moving in the just half dead. A person who is not enough good to walk himself out of this hospital or clinic. And this way, this poet is also imagining here, comparing some these bugs or trees, bugs of trees which are struggling still to get out from the restriction where these all are planted. And one way he also tells us, as you know, trees are cut, forests are empty due to the too much deforestation as it taking place in large number everywhere. So he is trying to tell us how one can complete that. As you know, these trees are the main source of energy, oxygen which we need, and the rest of the things you know very well. This much is there in this part of the poem. Rest I will give you later on. Thank you. Doors open to the veranda. Doors of a particular house in which he is sitting are open towards veranda. He is busy writing long letters. He says, in which I have not written, something like that, forest departure to the departure from house to the forest. He has not mentioned like this one. From the house, the night, he says, night is fully fresh. Moon shines in the sky, completely shining in the sky. Still open the smell is correctly leaves and lichen smells. Lichen you know very well, green bushy plants which are generally grown near water bodies. Smell of these leaves as well as this lichen still reaching to this poet as he is busy in writing long letters. Correctly, these smell reaching to him just like a voice, somebody speaking to him. My head is full of whisper. He says, my head is full of murmuring sound, whispering sound, which tomorrow will be silent. He expects that tomorrow, by the tomorrow, house will be empty and all these plants who are ready to get freedom from the house, maybe the part of the forest. That's why by the tomorrow there will be silence. Listen, he says, listen. The glass is breaking. Glass is breaking as these plants have started to get out from the house. The trees are stumbling forward, stumbling hard due to the lot of restriction living for a long time inside the house. They still struggling as he has compared these all plants with the patient, newly discharged patient who don't have energy and he is not feeling good to put his steps properly out of the clinic. The trees stumbling forward, struggling hard to move ahead into the night. Night time it is. Birds rush to meet them, welcome them. The moon is broken like a mirror. As you know that moon simply is a planet, and how it is broken. But he says, when you see a moon through a tree, watching under the tree, you can see due to these leaves and branches, you may get moon in shape of moon in broken size, small pieces. Same way he is telling if that how this forest now full of these plants, this moon looking just like a broken. Earlier it was shining fully because there were no plants. This time he says moon is looking just like a broken pieces of mirror. Means now this area is fully occupied by other plants which recently moved from house to forest. Now he says, if you see through under these trees and plants, this moon will be looking just like a broken pieces of mirror. The pieces flash now in the crown of this tallest oak. This crown here, the top area, upper part of this tree. As oak is known as the tallest tree, when you see under this from this oak tree, this moon will be looking just like a broken mirror. So he is trying to make you understand the importance of forest plants, which are lifeline of human being. Think for a moment, if there are no trees, no plants, humanity will not survive. And that is the reality. We must have love, we must have sympathy, we must have curiosity how to grow more and more plant and maintain the life which we need to survive in this world. So totally in this poem, a poet may wants to make you realize the importance of these forests. This much is given in this poem. For rest of the thing, we shall continue with you. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.